Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at Transformers Generations Scoop with his two Targetmasters, and he is a nice orange color. He's pretty cool, I have to admit. I was pretty impressed with him. I'm not usually a huge fan of construction equipment Transformers just because I don't know why. I don't know, the alt mode just doesn't grab me, but anyway, let's take a look at his two Targetmasters here. I totally don't remember their names, but you can see they both transform the same way here. They're pretty much just a robot folded under there. Arms around the back. The peg rotates around to get out of the way. You can bring the arms forward and flip down the gun barrel, and there you go. And they're pretty stocky, beefy looking little guys and have some nice articulation with their arms, so not too bad. His other companion here, he's got a dual barrel and the single barrel, so same thing. Flip that up, flip the arms down, and flip that back, and there you go. Pretty cool. I'll put these guys to the side here. Now for the man himself. So as you can see here, he has an incredibly good face sculpt. He has some light piping there, but it doesn't really seem to ever kick in too much from what I've seen. See, if you get him in the light, he does some. Alright, articulation wise, he's got a hinge here, and then the arm itself is a ball joint. So that gives him all sorts of just movement all out, all the yin yang. Then on his bicep here, he's got a swivel and a hinge. And then the hand can move a little bit due to transformation. Head is on an incredibly tight ball joint in there. And then he's got waist articulation and a little bit back and forth here, mostly from the transformation. Legs, as you can see, he's got double ball joints in the hip, then a swivel. Then he's got kind of a double knee. He's got his knee, which is a good 90 degrees. Then he's got a transformation joint. So using those together, you can get some pretty good backwards movement. No forward knee movement at all. And due to transformation, he's got a little bit of a foot there. But the cool thing is, though, with that, you can bend this forward and you can actually give him a walking pose. He's very poseable. He's very, very cool. Probably one of the more transformable, or not transformable, but one of the more articulated Transformers I've seen in a while, so definitely cool. Now his guns, of course, he can hold either one, or he can hold them both at the same time. We'll get them back to their gun modes here real quick. See, there you go. Fold these guys up, get them back together. There you go. So you can put one in each hand here. Peg's a little loose there. So there we go. So there you go. He's in a walking pose, carrying both weapons. That should tell you quite a bit about him right there. He's a very stable, well done Transformer with a lot of articulation. He's really fun in robot mode. Now, the guns here, let me get him back into place, can combine here. You just take whichever one's going to be the lower gun and unpeg him, and then right here there's a little peg, and then pretty much you're just going to slide that together, and then you've got double super mega rifle gun, and there you go. Okay, I mean, that's just pretty much there. I think a nod to the fans for the G1 Transformer, you know, because he was a double Targetmaster as well. So definitely cool. I'm glad they included it. Now his transformation's a little weird. Not bad, but just kind of odd. So you peg his legs together, fold his feet up, bring all this down here. Now the arms kind of are on this sliding joint here to bring them around where they need to be. And then his chest pops down. So this whole piece comes up and the canopy hides his face, so pretty much he himself is driving. And then his hip assembly is on a joint. So this all comes up like this. The legs fold up with the knees, then they accordion up with the secondary joint. And then it looks like these here should really peg in here, but they don't really peg very well. Or I've never gotten them to peg in very well. So it kind of more sits there loosely, is what I find. So then what happens here is we bring the front wheels up, kind of fold them in, and there's a little bit of a peg there that kind of slides into that slot and kind of holds it. You fold in the hands, and then there's a peg there. So you bring that down and his arms peg in, just like that. And then you do it on this side, kind of bring this down here and plug that in, fold in the arm, and then push that into place. And then you just kind of work it together. That's the only downside I see to this guy, is that, and maybe I'm doing something horribly wrong here, but you know, the scoop is built into this, so if you're not careful, that all comes up as one piece. These don't peg in anywhere I can really find. They just sit there. They really look like, I don't know if you can see it. See those two pegs there? There's two notches. Oh, did I get it? Oh, I got it. Okay. Those are just not very easy to plug in. So you get that plugged in and then it's much better. So there you go. And there is his vehicle mode. And then of course his guns you can put into gun mode here, and then he does have pegs, so I mean I guess you could carry them backwards in shovel mode, which would work. I mean there's too much junk in front to turn front wise, you know, I mean it's just going to hit everything, so that doesn't really work. Although I guess what you could do is put him in robot mode and let him ride in the scoop. Just like chilling out, going into battle. So all in all, really cool. It does leave this weird cavity thing at the front of the scoop, but I can't complain really. Now, I did say anytime this year I'm doing a Generations figure, and if I have the G1 figure, I would do a contrasting comparison. So luckily I do have G1 Scoop, so I can bring him in here to take a look. Now unfortunately G1 Scoop, only one gun survived my childhood, so I've only got one Targetmaster to look at. I thought I found the other one, but he actually went to, oh, who was it? Landfill, I think, the dump truck one. Anyway, someday maybe I will find the other one and I can do an update, but for right now we just got one Targetmaster to look at here. So let's compare companions. So we've got Generations Targetmaster, and we've got Generation 1 Targetmaster here. You know, that scraping is my cat thinking he's allowed in the toy room, so please just ignore that. So here you go. You gotta take a look. You can see they're definitely a good homage here. Great molding and everything, just like the original, just extrapolated out. The colors are a little brighter on here, which I think I prefer. You can actually tell it has a face, unlike the G1 where you got to get in really close to see. But pretty cool. And again, if we put them in gun mode real quick, get one here, and of course the G1 just folds open, and there you go. And so there you can see it's pretty cool. Alright, so let's take a look at the big guys themselves. Alright, so now let's take a look at Scoop and Scoop. So first off here we've got him in his scoop mode. You can see here he's got a lot of nice detailing. Ports on here. I guess you could put the Targetmasters on the side, but I think they'd scrape the ground if you did that. Cool ladder built in on this side. Pretty cool. If we get G1 here and look, we get cool tooling. Of course, an old decal there. That's kind of nice with the G1. This is all filled in except being empty up front. Of course, you get your ladder on that side. And, cockpit, whatever you want to call it there. Look at scoop sizes. Yeah, wheelbase is about the same. So not too bad. So let's get back to robot modes real quick here. Okay, peg the arms. It's hard to get hands out sometimes if you're missing fingernails. Alright, there we go. It's generation scoop. And of course G1 scoop here. Not a whole lot to him. First thing you're going to do is move these arms up a little bit. Give you clearance to move the legs back down and around. Up here the entire body is just going to shift down. And then bring the fists out here. There you go. Then this folds back to reveal the head, and then the scoop folds back. They're two separate pieces on the G1. You just kind of fold everything back around, and there you go. So we got generation scoop, generation 1 scoop. You can see the head there, head sculpts. Pretty close. Not too bad. They went for the eye look instead of the visor look, it looks like here. But, they got the color scheming right. Of course, we complained about it nowadays that the Transformers never have paint apps, but comparatively here, he looks like he's just covered in paint. G1 Scoop has a little bit of face paint and a couple decals, and that's it. So there we go. Generation Scoop and Generation 1 Scoop. And then I'll get their little Targetmasters out here for a little family portrait. All in all, a very cool figure. A good homage to the original. With all the, of course, modern articulation and cool bells and whistles that we've come to expect from a modern Transformer. I definitely recommend Generation Scoop if you can get him. He doesn't seem too hard to find. I've seen him on pegs just about everywhere I've gone, so I definitely recommend him. If you get a chance, pick him up. And thank you for watching. And that was a look at Generation Scoop with special guest star Generation 1 Scoop. Thanks for watching.